Well, hello everybody, my name is Dr. JD Swanson and welcome to 15 Minutes of Thought. So here we are, this is the first class, I think it's number 44 from the new dojo. So if you haven't sort of been up with the play, I recently switched jobs, had to move, and I'm now in a new dojo space. It's much smaller than what I had before. It's not a 120-year-old blacksmith shop, but it's a room that is dedicated to karate in my house, so I am always excited about that. When we actually looked at the place, they had this formal dining room. It had mirrors down one side, down one wall, and I'm like, brilliant, this would be the perfect spot. And so it is. Remember, karate's about what you do, not where you do it. And so that's really important. So today, for the 15 minutes of thought I want to do today is just about sort of a little bit about timing and just hip snaps. So I want very, very relaxed arms as we go through this. It's not about the upper body, it's all about hips and legs. So from here, let's get started. Hey, us. Very good. So all I want you to do from here, just nice and relaxed, I want you to make uncut touch. And then from here, just to warm up, arms floppy. And as you push, I want you to roll the hip, make zenkuts, make the punch, make from here just gyakuzuki. So rotate the hip and just throw your arm out. Rotate the hip, throw the arm. I don't want any power on the arm. I want noodly arms, right? So like I'm the noodle man, right? This kind of feeling. And just let the torque of your hip fire the technique. So it's here, click, boom, here, click, boom, click, here, click, boom. This feeling. I want you to rotate also for today around the central axis. So quite often I spend a lot of time thinking about rolling the hip forward. I don't care. All I want today is just a nice sharp hip action. Just roll the hip, click, roll the hip, click, roll the hip, click, and same thing the other side. Roll the hip, relax your arms, roll the hip, roll the hip, roll the hip, roll the hip, this feeling. Make sure, of course, that your timing is good. Click that, not 1 and 2, but together, this feeling. So just that 1-2 feeling to start with. Try 15, 20, 30 reps either side, and then come back to me. I'll talk to you in a sec. Excellent, so you've gone through and done that. From here now, from the gyakuzuki position, have your hips square, so have them in shomen. From here now, just simply rotate round, keep your arms relaxed, just snap your hips round, gyakuzuki. From here, relax, just snap your hips round, gyakuzuki. Arms relaxed, snap your hips, gyakuzuki. Hips relaxed, gyakuzuki. Hips relaxed, gyakuzuki. That feeling. What I would like you to do is I would like you to do that 20, 30, 40 times, just keeping it relaxed. Again, think from full shomen, relax, push, just round. Full shomen, just snap. Snap the hip, click, click the hip, click the hip. This feeling, just nice and relaxed. Just switch, pop, 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 pop. Off you go. Excellent. Okay, the next one from here is I want to sort of bring all of this together. So from here, think about here, relaxed arms, make Kazamazuki 1, make Gyakuzuki 2. Now from here on the next rotation, rotate 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just using the hip, body. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just this. So try it, just flowing through like a metronome. Tick, tock, tick. Just nice and relaxed. Give that a go and come back to me in a second. Excellent. So the key thing here for today's sort of class is we're going to sort of multiply this up a little bit, is I want you to feel a couple of things. Number one, when you make the hami, make hami. Pull and expand. As you push into shomen, make shomen. Push. So if I let go of either that full hami position here, if I just let the tension out of my muscles, my body relaxes. See? So if I come up to you, right, my body will simply expand, it just relaxes into position. Likewise, if I'm in Shoman, if I'm squeezed all the way around and I let the muscles go, they just relax back. They're not going to stay in place, they're actually going to relax slightly back. We want to take advantage of that. So what I would like to see out of you is from here, push, squeeze it. Now as I make the turn, the Kazamazuki, push. Now as you relax, just let it go. As you relax, take full advantage. As you relax, oh there, see the motion? Allow that hip to just relax for a split second before you go into that next movement. Give that one more go, make those extra pushes, those extra squeezes of the hips, either in if you're in Shoman or out if you're in Hami, just for that little bit of expansion, that little piece. And the other thing as well is use the Hikate hand to expand that expansion. Don't be kind of a wuss with the Hikate. From here, pull this back. Don't be afraid to use that to help teach your hip to make that expansion. Hikate especially, I know I'm going to get in all sorts of internet trouble here, right? It doesn't add to the power of the technique, but it adds to training of your body. So allow that full pull back. Also, if you're using this in an application for grab and pull, which is the more common sort of story, it also adds to teaching your legs to play into that. You don't want to stand there and go, hey, I'm stronger. I'm really stronger by just pulling your arm. You just want to use your body to make that pull. This is, of course, in lots of kata that we see. So here, develop that pull. Develop that pull to help rotate. Allow that to happen. So, give it a go, just the same drill as we were doing before. 1, 2, 3. Use the Hikate hand and use those hips, squeeze them all the way around and pay attention to it just as you relax. Use that relaxation to push you into the next technique. Give that a go. Excellent. Okay, so last couple of drills for today. We're going to alter the timing and we're going to use that relaxation to help us flow within the timing of the technique. So from here, if I'm sort of in a Shoman position, what I want you to do is I want you to make the Kazamazuki Gyakuzuki feeling. So from here, start in Shoman. From here, feel 1, 2, then 3, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And using, as I go for the 1, 2, feel that expansion, then release into it. Then 3, 1, 2, 3. Give that basic timing, the classic hand short arm timing go. 1, 2, 3. Give that a go. Excellent. So what it should feel quite natural, right? This sort of pam, pam. You've done this your whole life. You see infinite amounts of videos on YouTube of people at JKHQ doing this technique. That's a good thing. Then adding this in. Now what I want you to do is I want you to alter the timing. Notice how when you do it according to that timing, it's here, 1, 2, smooth, and then to get over. You don't want that. You want this turn to be just as sharp as the other two. That's what you're trying to develop here. So what we're going to do this time is it's going to go from here, it's going to go 1, 2, then 3. So it's going to be, wait a minute, where are we? So it's going to be the 1, then from here, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. So try 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And notice I'm not using my arms, I'm using the Hikate to help pull me around, but it's really my legs and hips. This night, fast, then push, push, expand. Open, push, expand. Having that feeling, that flavor in there. So give that a go. Excellent. So again, what should feel is it should feel effortless. Boom. Because you're pushing and squeezing. As you relax out of that, use the relaxation. Use this and then just push. Use that to relax you into the technique. Now note, In other videos, I've done ones where you're actually actively trying to push left to right. In this, just rotate centrally, rotate quickly. That's what we're learning. You're training fast twitch hip in this case. So this is something where we're focusing on one instance of one thing. So allow yourself to almost remain stationary within the kata. I want you to work on that pop, 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 open, closing kind of action of the hip. So what we have so far is we have this idea of 1, 2, then 3, 1, 2, then 3. We also now have 1, 1, 2, right? Now what I want is from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's the third of our triangle of techniques. So now what you're doing is you're tying the rotation and the punch together. So make the rotation, boom, immediately go into the Kazamazuki, 2, 3, right? Make the turn, then 1, 2, now make the turn, boom, pa, push, punch, turn, pa, up, here, turn, pa, up, 1, 1, 2 now. Give that one a go. Excellent. So what you've done here, what you've gone through, is you've worked through developing your timing, going from open to closed. You've worked on it from closed to closed, right? So from here, close it. Then you've worked on it from rotating closed to open. So you've worked on your hips and expanding them or shrinking them quickly, expanding or contracting quickly from all three ways by doing a simple 3-count drill with 2 shorter turns and 1 large turn. And so with that, I hope you all have an awesome day, and I can't wait to train with you again soon. Hope you don't mind the new digs, they work, we can still train together, and that's what matters. With that, have an awesome day. Hey, good to see you all.